Hello and welcome and good evening and welcome again to another episode of Travel Talk. I'm your host Mickey Mark, always joined with my colleague from the East Coast, Mr. Neverland Nate. What's going on, buddy?
I prefer esteemed colleague.
Esteemed. Are you
Esteemed.
steamy?
I mean, it's a little warm here today. How's Texas? Speaking of steam.
It's been great, dude. I mean, I just got back from Florida a couple days ago, and it seems like it's the same here, just minus the humidity. So it's feels like home.
There you go. Nice.
I see something's a little different about your location this evening. Something looks a little barren.
Yeah, I'm drinking a fine Pilsner.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the last of the bobs that I have not packed yet. So for those of you who don't know, I'm moving to Florida to be closer to the mouse, to bring you more of the action, to bring you more of all the fun and excitement that Florida is. And having my dreams come true, man. You know, Walt said it best. You know, if you can dream it, you can do it. So I dreamt it, and now I'm going to do it because that's
Let's
awesome.
just be real. Let's just be real. You hate that 14-hour drive.
I do. I don't want to do it. What do I do it like 8 times a year? Yeah, it's terrible. I'd rather just.
And it's
not
only
do
going
it
up from
anymore.
there, right? So yeah,
Right.
It's getting worse.
So, yep.
Well, hey, it's been a couple weeks since we've seen each other, so welcome back, everybody. If you first time joining us, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. And again, joining us for his, I guess now 4th or 5th visit is our good buddy MVP Pat.
There
What's
he
going
is.
on, buddy?
What's going on, guys? It's been a while.
What's up, Pat? How are you?
Oh, you know, just hanging out, drinking a bud.
You guys both just got back from the mouse house, didn't you?
We did.
Yeah, so Nate and I mean, believe it or not, we actually did pass each other and had a brief, hey, how's it going? And then bye, see you later. But, you know, our schedules were pretty much packed with, you know, he had people he was with and I had people I had to see. So, you know how it goes. So,
Sure
but
do.
we did get to pass each other right there in front of, was Epcot, right? In front of the
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It
On
was
that warm evening.
yeah. It was humidity was a little up on that particular evening. So
That was the
Nice.
first night of Food and Wine, too. And man, let me tell you what, it was packed.
Was
Like,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Epcot that busy, like, in maybe a year before the pandemic. Like, that,
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it was busy. So
That's crazy.
yeah, for sure.
That was probably my biggest takeaway is that I felt all the parks seemed like they were back to normal as far as capacity goes.
Well,
So-
from what we've heard, and Pat, I'm sure you can attest to this, is that what cast members are saying is that they are running at full tilt right now. Now, not packed full tilt, like not
Right.
at capacity, people can't come in, but they have opened up the gates a little bit more and throttled it, I guess to as full as they could.
Yeah, I mean, we just
But
saw
they're-
this past week the
Yeah.
theme park reservations now through October are,
Right,
are
but-
green. Everything's open.
But I think that the park reservations is what keeping it from getting to capacity because they
For
are, kind of
it's
watching that.
their
Obviously, they
limiter,
have those-
right?
They have the different pools that they're pulling from, and like annual pass can't get in, but everybody else can. And, they're going back and forth. I still don't understand it. I mean, we do this stuff all day, and I still can't understand how, client X can get in, client B can't. And it's, all the same days are open and things like that. But I mean, hey, they're pushing,
Oh yeah. When I was there, I talked to guest services, and they were saying the wait times are pretty much what they were pre-COVID. The
Wow.
parks, like I said, they were full. So
Nice.
it was nice to see.
Not nice to feel, though.
Exactly.
Right. You wish you were on a balcony looking down.
Well, I mean,
Exactly.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and I actually didn't mind the higher wait times because I took advantage of the queues that were indoors. So if it was a
Sure.
60-minute wait and I
Yeah.
only waited 40, I was kind of let down because I wanted that extra 20 minutes AC. So
Right.
like Flight of Passage, I didn't mind just standing to the side and waiting as people walked by just so I can get that little blast of cold air. So,
Sure.
But I mean, yeah, it was busier than normal. Even for like Space Mountain and stuff, I think I waited over an hour on one occasion. So yeah, it was quite busy.
Yeah, when I was there last month, it was kind of the same. I mean, that line for Test Track was,
Yeah,
I mean,
outrageous,
snaked
right?
and snaked and snaked all
Yep.
that entire front section. Like you used to be able to sit on that curb and catch those fans. You know what I mean? That little kind of covered umbrella area, I'll call it. you used to be able to get those fans, and now it's just for the people standing in line. So you just have to, try to find the 3 leaves of shade that you could stand under and hide from the heat. Yeah, it was brutal.
That's one thing I don't really like about Epcot is there's not a lot of shade.
And Hollywood Studios, the same thing, man. Especially Toy Story Land. There is not even the line that has poles that look like umbrellas. It's not shade. It might as well put 3 toothpicks all the way up that walkway. There's nothing to hide. That's why the Toy Story Mania queue is awesome.
Yeah.
AC again.
Yeah,
That's one of those. I don't mind waiting a few extra. Go ahead, please.
Well, even the outside queue, which is covered, just open sides, has ceiling fans at least. That's at least moving that air around. I mean, it gets stagnant down there. There's not
a lot of times just getting out of the sun is good enough, right? Standing in the shades because you can get a breeze.
15 degrees colder. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it was crazy because. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Pat.
No, I was gonna say, if you guys remember, like that first day that I got down there, people movers. That line I've never seen it like that before. It was wrapped around. Yeah,
I saw the line for People Mover when I was there because it had just opened, I think, a week before I got there, maybe, or a week and a half. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it broke down so nobody could get on. And then once they opened it back up, it was almost to Space Mountain. Like, what do you guys do? Like, it was longer than what's the Astro Orbiter?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Astro Orbiter's like, hey guys, we got a 5-minute wait over here. Like, what the heck?
Right. The elevator's empty. You want to get on?
They're pulling people out of line. Please come.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, yeah. Tomorrowland has definitely been more busier, obviously, because of, the People Mover. It's been a fan favorite. It's been down, even before the pandemic. Just before we had all those, operational issues with the belt on the escalator and everything and they replaced the whole magnetic part of the ride has been replaced. It did go down a few times while we were there, even while we were on it, but we're talking maybe for a couple minutes, if that, and then it came right back. So probably just a typical ride
maintenance.
Reset, right?
It's just those, you got to remember those rides, some especially rides like Haunted Mansion, Buzz Lightyear, Space Ranger Spin. It doesn't stop.
Yeah,
you get off, someone gets on. You get off, someone gets on. Where like Big Thunder Mountain, a train has to pull up. Slinky Dog, a car has to pull up. You load it with 15 or 20 people. It goes. You got to wait. This is just, and if something breaks, I mean, you got to get inside. So I've got a client down there now who. This is funny. This was 2 days ago. He says, he texted me, I have a good one for you. And I was like, oh, what's going on? Having fun? Like, what happened? And he said, in the car in front of him for Test Track, a kid dropped his card, like out of the car. His dad told him, get out and go get it.
Oh, God.
Went out to get it. 2 hours. 2 hours. They had to just sit there because they had to reset everything because the kid got out. They had to make sure safety protocols, and they have to follow all these guidelines and stuff. Just nuts. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Man.
All right, let's jump into some news. We got a lot of travel news. It's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since we talked about news.
This is true.
Beep, 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 beep.
So let's start with Disney, just because there's a lot of Disney news, right? There's always
all right, let's start with a shot. That's what I'm going to start with.
Is that Mr. Real McCoy?
No, he's here, though. Don't. He's got an attitude tonight. I'm going to watch it.
For those of you who don't know who Mr. Real McCoy is, go back about 3 episodes.
Yep.
He made a guest appearance.
He likes to talk a lot.
Yes.
He's got a brother.
Oh, God.
He's got a. This is his 12-year-old brother.
That's his older brother.
Only 5. Yeah, this is his 12-year-old older brother.
It's cranky older brother.
They get so much trouble together. They really do.
And they will not be accompanying you back to Florida, huh? They will be
oh no, they'll be gone by then. They'll definitely be gone by then. Yep.
All right, so let's start off with some Disney news. Disneyland Halloween is actually returning this year, believe it or not, starting September 3rd through the 31st of October.
Real quick, I just found out that there are video issues going on with our stream right now. People are getting kicked out. I'm getting texted. So
really,
yeah, I think it's a StreamYard thing though. It doesn't look like our situation, but I'm seeing
might be. So if you're having problems, sorry, not much we can do on our end if it's a StreamYard issue. But yeah, send us a text, send us a message. Yep. Hopefully it will save on the replay, so that won't be affected.
It looks like people are starting to come back in now. Okay, good.
Yeah,
all right, good. Maybe it was just a glitch for a second. Cool.
Welcome
all right,
back,
go ahead. Sorry.
Friends.
Yep.
Time in. And
Yeah.
so, okay, Disneyland Halloween returns September 3rd through October 31st around the resort. So everything from decorations, themed attractions, sightings of your favorite Disney characters around the parks, as well as
In
villains
costume. In
in
costume.
costume.
You always got, yeah, you
Yep.
got to remember they always do a great job with those costumes too. I mean,
Oh yeah.
the Imagineers that are working in, you know, the costume department and just the fabric department, whatever you want to call it back there, they do a great job, and they really try to like up themselves, you know, year after year.
Every year.
They do awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
So keep an
So
eye
we'll
out.
also
for that.
have a seasonal treats. So you know how Disney does with their seasonal treats, right? Everything's got to get a makeover for the holidays, especially Halloween, right? From food to drinks to desserts to everything, right? So even the
Right.
candy and stuff that they give away.
I miss the
is Disney.
candy. I miss going through those
Yeah.
candy lines and then just being like, "Here, you want more?" What are you,
Right,
50?
like,
Yeah.
Fill
Great.
her up, right? So also this year they're going to be having the Halloween Screams projection show on Sleeping Beauty Castle. That will be nightly during the week, and then on the weekends they'll have the fireworks show. So that's a little
Right.
different. And then Oogie Boogie Bash is making its return this year. Select nights September 9th through the 31st of October. And we've also got an update to the holidays at the Walt Disney World Resort. So we know about what's coming for October and basically starting just a few weeks with this the Boo Bash After Hours event and everything going on. Pretty much, I think all of October is sold out. The only thing left is a select dates in August and September, and even September is starting to thin. So if you're wanting to do that, I definitely recommend getting those tickets. They're still available as well if you're an annual pass or DVC member. Discounts do apply for that. So, but we've got some news about basically Christmas. So starting November 12th, as part of the 50th anniversary and the seasonal changeover,
I
the
did
Walt
not
Disney
see
World
that.
Resort.
I did not
Yeah,
see
I think-
that's when that was starting.
Yeah, I didn't see
Yep,
the
just came out a
dates.
few days ago. So November
Okay.
12th, they'll have special holiday projections that will appear on Cinderella's castle every night, just like they have in past. And then we're also going to be getting this year Disney's Very Merriest After Hours special event. So similar to the Boo Bash, they're not bringing back the Very Merry Christmas Party, but they're
Right.
going to do an After Hours event. So this will actually start before the holidays on November 8th. Select nights through December 21st, and it will be a 4-hour event including special Christmas time fireworks. So unlike the Boo Bash event, we will get fireworks for the Christmas time event. Characters, of course, dressed throughout the park, holiday music and decor, treats included as part of your admission, and so much more. So just like the Boo Bash event, very similar. There'll be probably parades and more stuff announced as we get closer and closer to those dates. So tickets are going to go on sale next month here in August with a pre-sale for select guests at the Disney resorts before opening to the general public. So if you're definitely
Had to text
staying,
the client.
yeah, if you're
I was
staying
like,
now,
I liked you earlier.
if you're going to be staying this fall or this winter at the Disney resort and you want to do that, definitely is going to sound like a very merry time at the After Hours event. So
I'm eager to see how the Boo Bash goes off because there's
I
so
am.
many mixed reviews about how it's going to be, what it's not going to be, what it is.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we know what we're dealing with here. We know who we're talking to. So everything that we hear is what you guys hear. So we're watching, you know, some of the news agencies that come out and say things about what's happening, what they've heard, and what rumors are going on. But
yeah, and I'm going to be there for Boo Bash. I'm actually going to be experiencing it myself. I wasn't planning on it, but after a last minute trip, we're going to be doing it after all. So I'll let you know what it's like, and we'll talk about.
oh
it
yeah,
when I get
definitely
back
go
from the
live
trip.
and we'll
Yeah.
check it out.
Absolutely. So it looks like we're getting another zero. So I don't know if people are still having connection problems, but sorry if you guys are. StreamYard may be having some issues. It's Friday night. I know a lot of people stream on this platform on Friday night, so who knows? Maybe they're just getting bigger, too big for their britches, and they need to update their servers or something. Who knows?
Right.
So some more news. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the Disney Plus streaming service, but there's a lot of new content that's come out. And just recently, one that I actually like is the Behind the Attraction series, which just started this past week. So
Watched it. It was
Dwayne,
great.
yeah,
Started
Dwayne
yesterday,
Johnson,
I think.
yeah, yesterday or the day before, one of the two. Dwayne
Yep.
Johnson, The Rock, is one of the executive producers behind that series, and it is really good. I've gotten through the Jungle Cruise and part of Haunted Mansion, and then I've got to finish the rest. But it's a really great series, and I really encourage anybody who's got Disney Plus to check.
I've only
that
done
out.
Jungle Cruise, and I want to watch it 5 more times. I really enjoy.
I
Well,
figured
I enjoy that ride, but just seeing in like his thoughts, Walt's
Sure.
thoughts, Walt's vision about how it came to fruition, and literally he like was digging, and like that's how it came. It just water flowed, and he was like, I have an idea, So suitcase and a dream. So.
Yep, exactly. I had a few more things about the holidays at the resort here that I kind of skipped over. My apologies. So, Sunset Seasons Greetings returns at Disney's Hollywood Studios, which is basically their special projection show nightly. And then also this year, Santa will be bringing some North Pole cheer to a motorcade down Hollywood Boulevard. So another one of those.
So, are they going to put
cavalcades.
that? Are they going to put that projection on the Chinese theater?
So no, that's different. So that's we're going to talk about that in a second. That's the nighttime projection show that they do, kind of like the fireworks and everything on the Chinese theater. This is going to be something that runs continuously from sunset until the park close. As far as the projection on the Tower of Terror, it'll have like a different sequence. It'll go through every few minutes, kind of like what the Magic Kingdom does for Cinderella Castle.
Oh, but also let's talk about back to Magic Kingdom for a second, and what they're doing with the holidays. Is that they have actually refaced. If anybody's been to Disney World over the past couple of months, you would have seen facades in front of the confectionery, in front of Emporium and things like that, and they've been switching and doing things, but they have refaced all of them for projection mapping. Right. So they can do all that stuff right down the street. So that's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I think they're really trying to bring back that feel of the Osborne Light Show that everybody misses so much, and just trying to get that, that feel back of stuff.
Yeah. So as part of the 50th anniversary celebration, of course, for those of you who don't know, Happily Ever After is going to be ending on September 29th, and Disney Enchantment, which is that new show that Nate was just talking about, will begin October 1st. As part of the new 50th anniversary celebration, and it's going to include that projection mapping like on the castle, but all the way down Main Street. So
sick.
It's really going to be no matter where you stand in Magic Kingdom, whether it be in the hub, down Main Street, near Casey's Corner, you're going to get to see all different types of perspectives and different types of views for the entire show, not only from the fireworks but from the projection. So it's going to be really neat. And if you've ever been to Disneyland, it's very similar to their show that they do along Main Street with their projection mapping. So it's very neat that Disney's expanding that to more parts of the park, and hopefully we bring something similar like that to Sunset or Hollywood Boulevard maybe next year, and they could do something like with the the Osborne family of lights, like you were talking about, and bring it back in a digital projection standpoint. So that'd be really cool. Sunset Greetings, we talked about that. Santa's coming back. Disney's Animal Kingdom, of course, is going to be decorated just like it is every year.
Epcot monorail has started running again.
Yes, the Epcot monorail is back open. Thank you, Nate. You were jumping ahead.
I like to jump. We can't just stay on one thing. We got to throw some curveballs in there. We got to get it going.
We got to go. It's like, hey, Epcot's back. Let's go.
I know, but you're like reading off a typeset. You're like, good evening,
dude. You
this
should
is Walter
see all
Cronkite.
I've got this much news here, right? I'm trying to pick out the big stuff, right? So, breaking news. I did ride the Epcot monorail. I did not ride it from the TTC back to Epcot, so I didn't get to see the construction progress of like Moana and everything. But I will say that the Epcot monorail line is never looked cleaner. The monorails themselves have never looked, shinier. They've
been down for a minute. You gotta get
they have, but to somebody who's never been to Disney, if they saw that thing pull up, like, man, that thing looks fresh, like brand new. Like you wouldn't know the difference. The inside was immaculate. Even the plastic inside had that new just plastic sheen to it. You know what I mean? So they really had done some work to those things while it's been out of service, and it shows. And even one of my live videos I was at the TTC. You could see the monorail Epcot track and the monorail for the resort track and the express, and just the difference in night and day between the tracks is really like, this is concrete, this is black. You know what I mean? So it's a big difference. And even on some of the monorails on the resort and express line have been refurbished as well. So it's definitely looking a lot brighter for the monorail. And now that it's fully operational, I think things are going to look even better going forward. So it's still a very popular attraction as far as transportation, or just people who show up to the resort and just want to ride it. I saw several people that were just sitting on the Epcot monorail, just riding the loop, because they were happy for it to be back.
It was just
and they're
probably staying out of the heat.
Yeah, That's one thing that was really cool is the ACs were actually working for once in the monorails.
Did it still smell like horse?
No.
Like a stable? No.
No,
Okay.
no, they got rid of that. I guess that was a scented.
Man,
smell.
I don't even know how you smell unless you transport horses. I don't even know how you make something smell like that. I mean, it literally smells like hay and horses.
I don't get it either.
It's
but
crazy.
maybe it had something to do with that carpet or whatever that was on the backside or something. Because now it's not
when
carpet,
it got
it's
wet
like
or something.
Yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe that's what it was, and now they've replaced it with like this vinyl or whatever it is. So
Sure.
I hope they ripped the carpet out underneath there. I'm sure they would have, but
Right.
who knows? The smell could have come from
Sweet.
anywhere.
Yeah.
And then we've got Epcot's Festival of the Holidays. Of course, it's not a festival at Epcot unless it's something food related. So they're going to be having the holiday kitchens around the park, starting just after the Thanksgiving, November 26th, all the way through the end of December. So
Nice.
and
Looking
then,
forward
of
to
course,
it.
Yeah, Food and Wine is also open last Friday. So Food and Wine now starts in the middle of July and goes all the way through November. So you can take
Why
full
not?
advantage of that, right? Why not? Just because they can take
You like
take
food?
advantage of it.
You like 6
Sure.
months of food? Come on, let's go.
Well, let's be real. I think there's only 3 weeks in the whole year that Epcot doesn't have a festival, and that's just the downtime between festivals. That's
Right,
really it.
while they wait for more food to get there. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
What do we open? A bottle of Bumbu there or what?
That's empty. I'm just peeling the sticker
Oh.
off and sticking it in the bar for the next people who own my house. They can enjoy bamboo stickers all over the
Yeah,
place.
just stick them in random places, right? So.
Yeah.
And then this past week we saw the reopening of the Polynesian, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Yep. So last
main building's back open. No monorail yet. I think they
Right.
pushed that off till September now, I believe.
Well, I mean, let's be real. There's nowhere for the monorail to stop right now because they're still working on that station.
It looks so good, but they're
looks really
actually taking cars back at the Great Ceremonial House.
Yep.
They do
Vale's
have
open.
it at least able to drive into, and the line to get under it was, I mean, it was like, waiting for Seven Dwarfs when it first opened,
Right.
So
Right. But Nate's favorite place, Grog Grotto,
Grog Grotto's
reopened,
open.
and to our surprise, without reservations. So
without
it is back-
reservations, but
yeah,
it
it's
is
walk-in
it's
only.
it's very tough to get in. I mean, the first day it opened,
11:30. I
was-
think they started lining up, right?
they started lining up at 11:30. They started coming out at about 2:30 to take names, and by 3:30 it was full for the night.
Yeah.
Like today, somebody said that they walked up. I don't know. It was probably about 4:00 this afternoon. They said it was a 3-hour wait, but the terrace was open. Tambu was open with very few people there. But just keep in mind, Grog Grotto only holds 51 people at Fire Code. And once you're in
Right.
there and you're seeing the experience, I mean, I've seen Robin already, getting right into character and, doing his little spiels and his little skits and stuff. And all the drinks are back. So if you order a zombie, the lights go out and they come out with their eye hanging out. If you order a Nautilus,
Don't give it away,
goes,
Nate. Don't give it all away.
All right. Well, you got to
Some
get
of us
there.
haven't been there.
Got to get there. Order a Nautilus immediately. That's the best
Immediately.
part.
Okay. So
Immediately.
that's Nate's.
If you like
Nate's
20,000
travel
League
tip.
Under the Sea, get a Nautilus. It's made for 4, but if you're like me, you just
You drink it
by-
yourself.
You drink for one.
It's got 4 shots of rum in it, so have a great time with that.
And then Nate becomes 20,000 leagues under the sea.
Right after like my 3rd one, yeah.
Nate's got the diving helmet on top of the bar.
I do. Right, I do. Yep.
So yeah, good time. So definitely
Keep
check out
swimming.
Grog Grotto.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get some time on our trip down in next month. We're only there for four days. That we'll stop over there.
Dude, I'm leaving here at 3 a.m, and I'm planning on driving right to the Poly and going right to Grotto. Like that's literally what I'm planning on doing.
After you find a house.
Right.
No,
well,
I think he's
that's-
going right to Grotto. Then he'll
Yeah,
find
right.
a house.
Yeah. As he pulls
I'll
up Zillow from the line.
I do. I just sit there with it open all day. Yeah.
Yep. We've got more entertainment returning to Walt Disney World, so things are really starting to accelerate as far as opening
Yeah.
back up. August 1st, just next week, right? The Wonderful World of Animation, the nightly projection show that we were just talking about, will return to Hollywood Studios. Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. Mike Wazowski and friends will start welcoming guests back on August 8th.
Yep.
So that's a fun show. It's a great show. If you've never done it, definitely do it. It's fun.
A lot of fun.
Beauty and the-
Yeah, especially if you have kids, it's a great time.
Yes, yes. August 15th, Beauty and the Beast live on stage at Hollywood Studios makes its grand comeback. And then my personal favorite, Turtle Talk with Crush over at Epcot and the Finding Nemo and Friends attraction is coming back. That's really fun if you have little
Again,
ones.
one of those interactive,
Yes,
little
yes.
shtick things that they have going on. It's a great time. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
My 13-year-old son
Hey,
still
you in the
likes to
red
do it.
shirt. What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
good. Getting those kids to feel like it's not just puppets and things like that. When they actually get to interact. That's why I like Laugh Floor, because they just sit there and bust your balls. Like they just make fun of you. It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's a great time.
cheesy jokes, dad jokes. I mean, just the greatest stuff at Laugh Floor.
And make sure that when you're in line, follow the directions. There are prompts up on the
Yes,
wall.
you can
Pay
text
attention
your
to them,
jokes.
because you can text your joke and they might even use it during your show. And if they do it, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, oh wow, they picked my joke. Hey.
I think mine's been picked once, and I've seen several people have theirs picked that were next to us. And
Mine are so dirty I can't even text them. I don't even
They're like,
bother.
sir, get out of line.
You're right.
This is a family park, sir.
Don't tell his joke. Yeah, that's what they say.
So another big announcement that came out, and this kind of came a little bit under the radar. I wasn't even planning on it. Is Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser has provided just a little bit of a tease in the form of a poster that they dropped that you can go check out at StarWarsGalacticStarCruiser.com, and you can see all the updates and all the teasers for the things that are going to be coming. We still don't have pricing. We still don't have exact dates.
We have rough pricing. We know it's gonna be you got to dig deep.
Expensive.
Yeah, that pocket. Yeah, you
Put it
dig,
this way,
dig into that pocket a little bit.
If
you have to ask, you're not going. How about that?
You can choose between a VIP tour or a Star Wars Galactic Cruiser. That's like, you know what I mean? That's the kind of pricing we're talking about.
Yeah, right, per person. Right, much different pricing.
Right. So I mean, it is going to be a great experience. So, and I was just in Galaxy's Edge last week, and I saw where the scrim was up in front of the door next to Kylo Ren's ship. That's actually going to be where the excursion take place in and out of Batuu for the transportation that takes you to the Halcyon. So,
which right now holds as a line, an overflow line. For to get onto
Smuggler's Run.
Smuggler's Run, yes. Sorry.
So I wonder what they're going to have to do with that backstage queuing space now that they're going to have to. It's basically going to be a show. They're not going to want to break story and have people see these buses with blacked out windows. You know what I mean? Because let's be real, ultimately, it's what it's going to be. So
they let you into the park right near Oga's. All right, I'm in.
Yep. Yep. Oh, speaking of Oga's,
Oga's. There you go. Pat's
that
got
was is that the Endor Moon one?
That's the Endor.
Yes, Endor Moon.
Now the mug is great.
The mug is great.
Is it worth the $35? I don't know.
the $45?
Oh, $45. Sorry. Yeah, plus the drink.
No.
No.
Wow. Okay.
I don't regret it, but I definitely probably would not have done it again.
So let's touch on drinks for a second, Pat. I agree with you. Oga's with the pre-made drinks just doesn't really, do it for me, because you could get a drink that's really weak, and even though it's constantly being mixed and stuff like that, it just alcohol's heavier. It sits on the bottom of a drink, and once they get to the bottom, they refill it. So
I'm going to be honest. I enjoyed it. It was definitely something I wanted to do.
Oh, great experience.
Glad I did it, but I'm not going to be in a rush to go back. Because
well, I mean,
I definitely felt a little.
Is.
Yeah, I felt a little not rushed. I don't want to say rushed, but you could definitely.
Well, you are on a time limit.
Yeah,
exactly. You could tell. They're like, okay, you ready for another drink? No, okay, here's your check. And I get it, but at the same time, it was one of those things. I'm glad I experienced it. I would tell anyone who has not go experience it.
Yeah,
it's a really cool location, but once you do it, you've done it. You may not be in a rush to get back.
See, I will tell people, like, I've been there with my entire family, and then Mark and I went on like a whim one night and just happened to get in, and that was the best experience that I had, because there was no one there. We stood at the bar, got to at least razz a little bit. But yeah, when it's busy and you're at that table and they sit somebody else with you, and that's not bad. I mean, you meet people, and that's great.
Yeah,
I love that community feel in there, because it makes you feel like you're at a cantina from Star Wars, where a bunch of people are just in there trying to get drinks and do their thing. But But you're right. I keep watching the 4 little boxes that they have at each booth that, blinks a certain color, then blinks another color, meaning let's go. We got to get moving. Once it makes it circle, you got to get out. So,
yep.
But I do prefer dockside margaritas and places like that to get drinks, because you walk up and you say, here's what I want, and they make it for you instead of, I'll have
free pour, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where it's just.
Well, I mean, and if they did Freeport Cantina, it would only make things longer, right? So they wouldn't be able to have that 45-minute, because it's just impossible to make that many drinks and be able to accurately measure and stuff like that.
So many drinks they have going out at that time. Like, the bartenders really don't even have time to do anything but just keep pouring, just keep, drink one, drink two.
There was one guy, all he was doing was freezing the cups, right? That's all he was doing. He was in charge of freezing nothing but cups, passing them off. And the one guy was filling them. That they were that busy there, and they were just pumping them out, right? And 40, 45 minutes, we were out of there like clockwork. So, but yeah, it is a great experience. Like you said, the drinks aren't going to be, over the moon, get you hammered, but they are great. They're very tasty. And even their edible items, their little snacks, their back-to bits, so to speak, are great.
Good stuff.
You're not going to get full, but you could definitely have something to go with your, drinks. And, it's something for the whole family, right? They've got non-alcoholic drinks. My son likes the Java Juice. That's his favorite, the little popping pearls and everything. So, yeah, it's really cool. And like you said, once you do it, you may never go back again, but you will remember it. It's definitely
sure, absolutely.
Yeah, but like I said, I would go back again. I'm just not in a rush to get back there.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, I would love to catch it when you guys did, late at night, where it's a little more relaxed.
Man, the guy was like, nah, and we were like, no, but we have a reservation. He's like, show me. We were like, he's like, all right, you're good.
Yeah. Almost had a Jedi mind trick his ass. Hey, dude, you don't need to see my reservation.
We're already inside.
So we got a quick update on the Disney Cruise Line. So they just announced yesterday that they're going to be returning to sail next month out of Port Canaveral, Florida, heading to
August
the
9th.
Bahamas. Yeah,
not even just next cruises. Month. It's like, hey, 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
Get on the boat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, not even 3 weeks. Like, let's go. So they did their simulation cruise. It was last week they did that. That went great. There was no problems. I mean, there's been no outbreaks as of yet. I mean, obviously they've announced that they're going back to sailing, so everything obviously went well. Disney doesn't just wait and hope things go for the better. They make sure that stuff works, right? So it's going to be exciting to see what's happening on board the Disney Cruise Lines, and we've got a quick update about a new experience coming to the Disney Wish.
Here's a first look at Worlds of Marvel, coming to the Disney Wish.
Let me tell you something. If you have a button that makes a cupcake get that big, we're gonna problems. They better get it. They better get some ovens going in there.
So, as you can see, it's going to be a unique experience.
I thought you were gonna go with like, here's my bottle of alcohol. Let's see that enlarged.
Tito's.
So what they're advertising is that little device that's on your table is part of Pin Technology's shrink and expand technology. And things are going to miraculously happen when you press that button at your table. So it's going to be a basically dinner theater show. If you've ever been aboard the Disney Wish, or I mean not Disney, but any of the Disney Cruise Lines, they have themed stuff that happens throughout your basically dinner experience. And this is going to be one of the 3 new dining experiences on board the Wish. So it's going to be something very unique and very cool, and only available on board the Disney Cruise Line. So,
dude, if Paul Rudd comes out dressed up like Ant-Man, I'm gonna be like, I love you, Tycho Brahe.
Let's just talk about him for a second. That dude does not age. Like, he looks the same as he did 30 years ago when he was on Friends. You know what I mean? Like, hasn't changed a bit. So,
and he's got that same kind of half smirk, smile, joke. It's everything he says. It's good stuff.
Yep.
All right, what else you got?
The only other thing I have is just another 50th anniversary announcement. So I don't know if you've kind of been keeping up with all the news, but as part of the 50th, they're going to be doing 50 new sculptures around the Walt Disney World Resort. And
Gold sculptures.
Yeah,
too.
gold. They'll be made of brass or some kind of metal that doesn't tarnish in the Florida sun. But one of the first, of course, is going to be Mickey, and we've got our first look at what those statues are going to look like that you can take your pictures with all around the resort.
Hi everyone, I'm Brett Iwan here in my home studio working on a piece of art starring the character to whom I've proudly lent my voice for the past 12 years. Now, while I'm sure this news comes as no surprise, I'm excited to officially announce that my pal Mickey Mouse will soon be a part of the Disney Fab 50 character collection at Walt Disney World Resort. Be sure to look for his sculpture at Magic Kingdom Park during the world's most magical celebration. As Mickey has always been an extension of Walt himself, I like to say that working with this character is really just filling in for the boss, whose legacy lives on not only in the place we're about to celebrate, but also in the cast members who build on Walt's vision every day. From Mickey Mouse and every cast member dedicated to serving his purpose of laughter, happy 50th Walt Disney World! See ya real soon!
I do appreciate the fact that they take him out of the picture in order to do that, so it doesn't really give it away. So for everybody who doesn't know, he's literally the voice of Mickey Mouse. Brett is Mickey Mouse, so
and has been for the past decade plus, right? So
12 years.
One person that did it better than him. That's the man Walt himself. So he I think is probably over the years the best and closest to the original.
Sure.
So
absolutely. Yep.
Nope.
I'm not even gonna try.
Oh, come on, Pat.
That's like
Exactly. I'll turn to that.
There you go.
You can do a goofy.
Exactly. I'll do a better goofy.
Oh man, so enough about Disney. Let's get off of that train for a second. Let's talk about some tropical destinations. We know a lot of people are taking vacations not just to the House of Mouse, but to Universal, to Vegas, to Hawaii, and then to places like Mexico, where it's just booming with tourism right now. And I think Nate,
Mexico is crazy right now. Yep.
You've been looking at a lot of properties here in Mexico the past few weeks, not only for your clients, but there's been some deals going on. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
Definitely. So Charisma Resorts down in southern Cancun, if you will, far away from Hotel Row or Hotel Strip, whatever they call it, where it's just resort, separated by like a 3-foot wall on the beach. Is pretty much how it is.
Resort.
But I believe it's Tulum, down by Tulum.
Real?
What is
Real?
it? The Real McCoy, right? But they've been running specials. I think 5 nights. Obviously, depending on your departure city, with flights is like $2,500 for a week. I mean, that's all inclusive. And when you're dealing with Charisma, you know what you're getting. I mean, that's top notch. It's one of the best.
We've talked about them before,
providers.
Right?
Yeah, we actually broke them down for a little bit and talked about, but they're doing their Seaside Palms right now is their one that they're kind of focused on, getting a lot more people too, because when you go to Cancun, a lot of people want to go to that strip because they're familiar with it, that's
the most popular
kind
area,
of beach. Right. But getting away, you can do a lot more things when you go south. There's a lot more excursions you can do that isn't just whale watching and scuba diving and things like that, where they have tropical rainforest type things.
The Mayan ruins.
Mayan ruins. I mean,
the cenotes.
Yeah,
the underground cenotes. Those. I mean, if you've never done a cenote, think of like an underground, natural spring. But these
water
are like,
cave. Yeah, like a water cave.
Crystal clear waters. Like you even have to shower and make sure that you have no sunscreen or anything on before you get in. Because they're natural protected environments, and the locals do a great job of keeping it that way, and they're just such beautiful
and don't
places.
worry, you will not get bit by a shark, as far as we know.
Yeah, there's no sharks in the cenotes.
Well, it is Shark Week, so I just want to make sure that everybody knows when they jump into a body of water that's safe. It's safe.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean the resorts are beautiful, and especially Seaside Palms. They really did a great job. The swim up suites you can get. There's beachfront swim ups that you can get, and again, more tucked away and secluded as away from the hustle and bustle, and
The whole
obviously
resort's
safe as well. Yeah.
surrounded by tropical just greenery, right? So I mean, you could hardly tell there's anything around you. And a lot of the resorts down in that southern peninsula of the Riviera Maya are like that because it's more spread out. It's more like they said, away from the hustle and bustle, right?
Yeah,
So,
you're not going to see a place right next to you. You're not going to hear the clubs that are happening at the next hot spot over the Ryu or the Dream or anything like that. Any of them. I don't want to just pick one out. I'm just saying they're much more spread out. And even when you see aerial views, you're like, wow, this is just packed in the middle of a bunch of like tropical trees, like almost a rainforest type situation. So if you're looking to get away and be comfortable, a little bit more quiet, obviously kids are fine there as well. It's family friendly. So
yep. And they do have, even though it is family friendly, they do have adults only section of the resort.
Correct.
Like
they have their own adult pool. Yep. Clubs.
Spa.
Yep. And they also have things for the kids to do while you enjoy those other amenities, which are very safe as well. They have trained lifeguards and trained babysitters. I mean, I guess that's the best way to put it. Caretaker, whatever you want to, whatever word works. Pat, what do you know about down there?
You guys mentioned a majority of it there already. The biggest thing that I've heard on the plus side for Charisma is their food is probably top notch.
Yeah,
that's really their feather in the cap for them.
Yeah, they're gourmet all inclusive is what they call it. Yep.
Yeah,
gourmet all inclusive. Yeah.
So that's really the other thing. It's like not only do you have all the amenities there, the excursions available from Mexico, but you also have the top notch food. So
I think Seaside Palm is that one have the 6 or 7 restaurants, or is that one the one that has like 10? One of the Charisma properties down there has got like 10 restaurants on property. So
I'm not sure, but 6 or 7 is enough for me. I gotta be honest with you, especially when I'm just gonna walk up and be like, "Give me 4 vodka sodas. I'll see you in a few minutes."
Fill her up, Chuck.
That's it.
And a lot of people don't realize you can take a tumbler like this with you to an all-inclusive and say, "Hey, I want this much vodka and a splash of Coke." You know what I mean? Like, whatever. When
they say all-inclusive, it's all, and it's top shelf. It's not, oh yeah, let me get Captain Ahab's rum. Some swill from down the street.
How about some Don Julia?
Right there, you
His
go.
sister.
Yep. We have Tita's vodka. Is that okay?
Tita's. or T2s. It's got 2 O's on the end of it.
T2s. There you go. But just things to keep your ears and eyes open. I know, obviously, we love Disney. A lot of what goes on is Disney because Disney just has the most news. Like literally about travel, Disney just has the most news. Cancun's like, yo, want to have some eat and drink? Come on down. And also keep in mind that there now is an all-inclusive in Florida, which is one of the only in the United States, from what I'm aware of. Right, the bungalows at Key West.
One of the only reputable ones, put it that way.
Right. There is still a Club Med. I don't think they've updated it since '81, but as far as an all-inclusive, there are all-inclusives in Florida. So those of you who don't want to leave the country, who want to do an all-inclusive and experience the same kind of amenities, it's not the least expensive all-inclusive that we can cater to. It does happen to be on the upper echelon, but you also don't have to get a passport. You don't have to leave the country. You can drive there if you want, obviously. Because I do 956 miles to the Poly. I'm not really sure how far it is, but just giving other ideas about places that you can go, feel safe if you want, if you don't want to leave the country, if that's a situation. Flights right now are ridiculous. I'm going to tell you right now, even getting out to California, I was helping a client out this afternoon, and I was on Expedia trying to find flights because our system had nothing. No flight, like Vax had nothing. There were no flights available for the dates that I picked. So I went to Southwest. I went to Expedia. 2 people round trip to California for 4 days is about $1,000 right now.
Yeah, 500 each round trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're looking at.
And that's pretty much average.
And that's you don't get to change your seat. You can't. You can't pee. You can't. You can't cancel. I mean, you cannot cancel. But
if the oxygen mask come down, I mean, there's no oxygen. It's just the mask, right? You have to pay for the oxygen.
It's actually vapors. It's actually vapors of Mark's broken Tito's bottle that he put in his luggage. So
Just a moment of silence.
For a handle of Tito's that broke in
Oh
Mark's
my
luggage.
gosh. Yes. I mean, let's be real. The most thing that aggravated me was that the glass ripped the liner of my Mickey Mouse suitcase.
Oh,
That's what really upset me because the Tito's
sure.
can be replaced.
You got to go back to
But
Costco and get more.
yeah, right. So, but it's lesson learned. It was, I guess, a sign that I wasn't supposed to have a whole handle of Tito's for my birthday at Universal. So,
I mean, what are you gonna do?
yeah, shouldn't have been standing there. But it is what it is.
Yep.
It is what it is. I was going to say something, but I totally forgot what it slipped my mind because you talked about the Tito's. Oh man. I don't know.
Well, I don't know
I
about
mentioned-
you guys, but when we were visiting there, Tron is looking amazing. I don't know if you guys saw my post, but I put that up there because
Yeah, no, I actually gave
cannot
you
wait for
photo
that
credit, and I shared it and gave you photo credit, but I couldn't tag you I don't know why. I couldn't tag you, so I just had to put camera up, Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, let's talk about that for a second. I think we touched on it once, but the reason why Tron was shut down, the construction was shut down, was not because of staff. It wasn't because there was a strike. It wasn't because of COVID or anything like that. It's because some chooch flew a drone and got inside that little hole that they had opened up. It went around, flew around, and it hit the track and fell and broke. So there was an investigation. That's why it was shut. They didn't stop construction. They didn't stop anything. They just wanted to find out who this chooch was, and he got a lifetime ban. So he can't go to the parks anymore.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. I found that out actually from a cast member.
But
Yeah.
they are full throttle at Tron. Like, from what I've been told, and this is all speculation, it will be ready and maybe even operational for the 1st of October.
Okay, well,
Like I said, it's purely speculation.
I don't
but
know.
They are
They
So,
would have to
Pat,
start
you're-
working
really
overnight.
quick.
Pat, the pictures that you sent
Mhm.
was, I would say, 10 to 15% more done than when I was there, because I was there riding People Mover, looking at Tron, walking over by the Goofy's roller coaster, and checking it out. And much further along. I mean, they had the lights on the track, they had the coverings going on and things like that. So that's what they've done in a month, right?
Yeah.
3.5
if
weeks, a
that,
month. I
yeah.
mean, they really have gone full speed on that. Now, the thing I'm looking forward to, guys, is I need that train back. I need the Walt Disney World train
kind of
back.
the tilt, right? Like, are they going to open the ride before they finish the train, or are they going to wait and do all that first? And because
Go ahead, Pat.
that's
Pat.
what the whole holdup is. So
But
Right.
here's the question, because I completely agree. I missed the train, but the characters go up there. What are they going to do then?
Say hi.
well, hopefully, well, let's
What,
let's talk
are
about
they going to be
that.
roped off there?
Well,
are they
let's
gonna
talk
have their
about
own
that.
little section? How they
So
gonna-
now, who was it? Was it David Picciano from Now That's Disney?
Uh-huh.
Didn't he get a picture with Wasp? And I mean, they were close, right? I mean,
I don't know.
maybe 2 feet, maybe. And
Well-
when I was at Universal and saw Doc Brown back last year, he's like, "Take your mask off. You can take pictures with me." And I was like, "Bro, wow." You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's good to see. that
Let's
stuff
just
again.
talk about this little thing. So in this past week, Disney finally put into the My Disney Experience app times for the cavalcades. But if you
Right.
look, it's listed under the section parades. Now, what's the difference between a parade and a cavalcade?
Knowing when it happens.
A route and a time.
Right.
We now know the route and the time. So
Right.
why are we still calling a duck a chicken? You know what I mean? A cavalcade is a parade if you give it a time. So
26 carry the 4. What?
So I really think by the time that the train reopens, parades are back, character meet and greets are back, and they won't have to worry about where those people are going to have to stand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what I
honestly
think.
think October 1st they want to be 100%
Yeah.
back.
I think
Absolutely.
they want to do a lot of things, but I think the elephant in the room right now is what's going on again. There
Yep.
happens to be a situation of whatever you want to call it. It's
Round
stranger,
two.
stranger
Round two.
danger. Yeah, right. But we're trying to keep an upbeat, and that's why we started doing all this thing by keeping the upbeat. But yeah, it is. It's there are situations going out there, and everybody's just got to be careful and be safe. You know what I mean? Just do your best and, try not to kill anybody.
We don't want to go backwards. That's for
No.
damn sure. And neither does Disney.
And I'll tell you something. They're not gonna shut down again. They're not. Like,
no, they can't. Financially, they can't.
Okay, I can't say that because I'm not, one of the owners or, CEO or whatever. But they literally just, they're not gonna. They're not. Yeah. I mean, I know that there are things going on where they're saying that people should adhere to the indoor mask policy once again, and that might be coming back. I don't see it happening. I know that Universal has said that they're considering going back to inside masks, but I'm gonna have to wait and see what happens. But also, I mean, they went so full throttle, they hit the gas so hard. Yeah. And obviously, Mark, when you saw when I was there, it was, I mean, bonkers.
Universal,
and then you were there.
I was at Universal. Universal has already publicly said, "Hey, we're at 100%. Everything's open."
No, I was there that day.
Like
when it happened.
Universal, you
was
can't
in the parking garage for 45 minutes.
Yeah. You cannot even mobile order at Universal anymore. Like they say, it's not available anymore. You have to stand in line. I waited 35, 40 minutes at Moe's the other day just to get something to eat. There was no mobile order option, and the line was crazy. It was out the door. So, Universal is definitely, when I say the race to get back to normal, they're leading the pack, but Disney's not far behind. So,
I mean, and we talked about this before. Is that Disney is at, or from what we know, they are running at full tilt, not full capacity parks. Park reservations are definitely helping to curb that. That influx and that big rush of people, but I mean, it's
Disney's problem is staffing. So as they get more and more staff, they're raising everything up, right? You see that with the opening of the hotels. They're kind of staggering it. September, October, November, December, same thing. Once they get to the end of the year, or probably like Pat says, by the 50th, 100% of everything should be back to normal. I would assume all around the resort. And even, that's why some of these, wordings for like the Disney After Hours, Christmas event, they've kind of keeping it vague, because just like they did with the Halloween, when they talked about the mask, they knew the mask thing was going to be gone for October, but when they made the announcement in June, you know what I mean, before the opening, they kind of kept it vague.
They dropped the prices to like $3 a mask instead of $19.95.
Buy one, get 6 free.
Right. For $1.
Must go.
Right.
But yeah, they know what's going on. They have their schedule, so to speak, all built out. It's just a matter of, if this happens, we go this way. If this happens, we go this way. And that's really all it is for Disney. So they have everything mapped out. It's just a matter of what happens. So they know what they're doing. And they're keeping I swear, it's every Thursday, every Friday. It's here's another thing. Here's another thing. Here's 4 more things.
Right.
It's hard to keep up. I mean, I didn't even touch on half the things I had on my list just because.
But all right, well, real quick, let's say the other one, something I thought I had a dream about last night. But if you go into your app right now and you want to become an annual pass holder, it seems like you are able to do so now. Like, there was no announcement.
Is there. Yeah.
It's just there. So everybody knows that the internet in general just broke yesterday for about an hour, and me, Mark, and Pat Pat, Mark, and I, where we have our chat going, and we're all like, dining's coming back. It's annual passes. Oh my God, here we go. There you go. You can select the annual passes. Yeah.
And it just says, at this time, it cannot be purchased on the app.
Right, so but they have put it back into that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is coming
back. Buy it
back
online now.
soon.
Buy annual pass at.
Yeah, I would say next month. That date that we saw, it was August 16th or August 26th. Yeah, called it. That date that we had seen months ago, with the emails that went out to existing pass holders.
It was August 15th, I think.
15th.
Yeah, it was talking about the cutoff of if you renewed your pass before then, you get your free Magic Band, but after that date, you don't. And that, I think, is going to be the switch over for when we see the sale come back. And if it is, great. Because I know there's a lot of people that are waiting for the return of annual pass, included. And if you have,
see, that's my problem.
You gotta wait for the Florida residents.
I'm in a swing moment. That's the thing. So my annual pass ends August 4th, the day that I get there. Okay. What do I do? do I just re-up my annual pass with my DVC discount? Because it's the same price as becoming a Florida resident gold. It's the same thing.
Right.
So I might just bite the bullet and call it. You know what
Well,
I mean?
let's be honest. You're going to get probably more benefits by doing it that way anyway than going gold, because I think with gold you have
There's
don't you have some
blackouts.
blackout day? Yeah.
But blackout dates, but it's Christmas to New Year's. That's it. That's the only blackout date that's there. It's like the 22nd.
You're going to be living in Florida, so it'll be a lot more feasible to get to the parks Christmas to New Year's.
Dude,
now,
don't even talk to me. Don't even. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Every day of the week, I'm at a different park. I mean, it's going to be like that. So
I'm going to go ahead and just make this prediction now. A year from now, Nate will be, called it. He'll be living in Florida. if anybody follows the groups online, if you know who Gail and Lily are of the parks, Nate will be as synonymous as them, because just the way Nate looks, everybody will know Nate just from his tattoos. I mean, he will be the new.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw
No
Nate
more
at Magic
blackouts.
Kingdom today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, he was wasted.
Security had to haul Nate out of Pirates again.
listen. No, I didn't even make it to Pirates. They pulled me over just trying to get on a boat. Remember? Yeah. When I got in trouble for bringing a half a bottle of Tito's.
Here's a call.
At least your bottle
Nate
didn't break.
Nate will have his own seed at Grotgatos in a year.
Oh yeah, there'll be a plaque with his name on it.
I wish that was a thing.
Hey, Finn.
Say hi. They're saying hi to you.
What's going on, bud?
Well, you can't hear through there.
Hello. Hi.
What's in your ear?
Hi.
All right, say hi now. Say hi in the microphone. Yeah, this isn't working well. I'm not very good at this. Wow.
Hey, look who showed up.
Look at that. Scuba Steve. Where is it? There it is. Hello. Hello, Scuba Steve. Say hi to Steve. You're not very good at this game.
Hi, Nemo.
He said, hi, Nemo. What do you say? Bro, like, back up. Say something.
Give me 50 feet, bro.
Right? Say something or you got to get down. Like, this isn't working.
Hey, Finn, dead air doesn't work well, dude.
Dude, back up. There you go. Say hi. All right. Well,
Nothing.
we tried.
Hey, he's usually pretty good at it, but I guess he's got maybe he doesn't have his background behind him. He doesn't feel like he's in his home's place.
Might be a
Scuba,
set
don't
break.
you have yeah, maybe. Or his
Well, here's a question for you, Nate. Did you happen to take your kids to Chef Mickey's?
We did go to Chef Mickey's when we were there over Christmas. Yes.
Okay. Because
Yes.
Did you go?
Went. We did go. Because I wanted to, guarantee that my son saw the characters and get as close as possible to it. But I will tell you, it was heartbreaking to watch my 4-year-old and my 3-year-old niece just have to sit there and not be able to get up and hug their favorite character.
Yeah,
I'll agree with
strap
you.
him to the table.
I agree with you. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it was just like, that was heartbreaking to watch. It's just kind of like, did I make the right decision taking them here to, basically get teased with it.
Yeah.
So that was,
See, I found it to be almost better than before because they came so many times. They came by the table 5 or 6 times, with their dancing and things like that. And actually, Finn got to interact with Goofy because they had that plexiglass up and we were at a table that was lower.
Yeah.
So Goofy just stood behind that plexiglass up there and he got right up and put their hands on the thing, so at least there was that interaction. But okay, I can see where you're coming from now.
Yeah, we didn't get that experience. They came around twice. They did the dance once, maybe twice. But the characters just kind of came in, did their couple poses, and out the door. And it was just kind of a little
Did you
disappointing.
say Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, Finn, let's get your review. How was it? How was the food?
How did you like Chef Mickey's? Did you have fun?
Did you get to see Goofy?
I'm not sure. He's catatonic right now. I'm not really sure what's happening. Did you have some shots?
Did you have some
Shark
of the
got you,
real McCoy?
He did. Absolutely. Look at that smile. Yeah.
He knows. He can hear you. He's got an ear pod in his ear. So.
Hey, Finn, are you excited about moving to Florida?
Are you excited about moving to Florida? Say hi.
Oh, we got something. We got something.
Yes. Come on, say.
We got a
At least
reaction.
laugh. Make a fart noise. Do
Blinking.
something.
His mother's like, blink twice if you need me. He laughed at that.
Say something. Say a word.
Who's your
Say
favorite
Mickey Mouse.
character?
Who's your favorite character? Who's your favorite Disney character? What's your favorite ride?
Oh, I see how it is. He turns 3 and all of a sudden he's too cool for the stream, huh?
He's not 3 yet.
Oh.
Not till
Almost,
after
right.
we start our trip in August.
August 4th?
This show is pre-recorded.
All right.
Well, since Finn has nothing else to share with us this evening,
Yep.
you've been so talkative, buddy. We appreciate you
Yep.
coming on and joining with us.
Yeah, we had a good hour of fun, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So next week we'll try to attempt this again, whether it be Thursday or Friday night. Just depends on what the schedule looks like for us gentlemen here. But we'll be talking to you a little bit more about some all-inclusives. Obviously, Disney's going to drop some more news bombs, I think. I hope it's dining. And we'll be talking, hopefully, some more cruising updates. I know that California and Texas and other ports in Florida are also going to be sailing soon. So,
Yep.
yeah, definitely lots of stuff going on. So don't forget to like us, subscribe, and check back with us next week. And thanks again, everybody, for watching. Until next time, we'll see you all real soon. I'm Mickey Mark, and Neverland Nate and MVB Pat. We'll see you guys all next time. Have a great night, everybody.
See ya. Bye.